finally finished with all of the 2x2 round bricks. So there's 1,241 of them in 26 lots for $100.01. And so now I'm going to put some drawers and stuff away. It's 10 p.m. I've got to sync up the stores and stuff like that, but so I'm not going to be able to get to the 1x1 round bricks. But yeah, those 1x1 round bricks over here are the only round parts left from the I already forget, there was what, 2 of these boxes, 1 of these boxes, and then like 2 or so of these boxes that were filled with them. And that was like what, a week 2-ish ago or so. But yeah, finally just about finished with all the round parts, but then should be able to finish that up next week. Yogurt time. So now getting to work on Monday, and so yeah, sold another Canyon Jars and Bo-Katan, so I brought those guys down to get relisted. And then now we've got this box which says open October 2023, but then I ultimately decided to open it on January 1st of 2024, just because then that way every year that I open up this box, it just connects perfectly with time that I part out the Lego sets I'm getting for the next year. And like mentioned in prior vlogs several times, this year the sets that I am, and that's a weird shadow because it connects with that, but then this year the sets that I'm buying to part out at the end of the year are significantly lower in quantity than last year and hopefully next year, because this year there just wasn't really that much that was just exciting or something, for lack of better words, for investing, that I was like, okay, this is going to do really well last year. And so yeah, then this year is what I have. I opened it once or twice throughout the year because one minifigure was at a temporary high, so I captured some of that higher price point, but I'll get to that once I open it. So I don't need a knife, I can open it from the bottom here. But let's take a look at everything I set aside on December 31st, or well, January 1st-ish of 2023. So first up, I don't want to spoil them all, so keep it to the side. First up, we have Paz Vizsla. Actually, I've got an idea that'll make this a little bit more interesting. Let's go to Brick Economy. 1 second, just need to get this here. Brick Economy. Oh no, the computer's got to wake up. 1 second. It works fine with the SSD, but it's still just for like 3 or 4 seconds, it's all frozen, but then after that, it's perfectly fine. There's no other issues. So let's take a look at these minifigures. I don't know how to spell Vizsla, so okay, so it's a V and then an S. So let's take a look here. This minifigure has in the past year or so gone up 102%. It's currently sitting around $30. I sold this minifigure twice when he had a high value for $60 per minifigure. I tried selling the others, but then at that point the market got flooded real fast, so then it went down a bit. Now it's sitting around $30. So this here is from a set that retailed for $40. So this here was the one minifigure from it, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Paz Vizsla's getting another minifigure next year, although it might be another guy and I'm just getting the names mixed up. I don't know really who these people are. So that was the first one from it. Next up is the Ahsoka and Kashyyyk droid. Ahsoka. And so let's take a look at that. Minifigs here. It is this one. So it's gone up 81%. It's sitting around $10. It's not really gone up that much per se, but yeah, it was sitting around $6 or $7 or so prior, so it has gone up a little bit. And so then that is from this set here. And so then let's see, the minifigures from it are these ones. Excuse me. And then this one here, as everyone knows, there was a modern version that was re-released, and like I expected, this thing didn't really fall too much in value. It's still sitting at around the $20 mark. Everyone thought it was going to sell for almost nothing, so there's a whole bunch of people listing it for super cheap, but it's still gone up a decent amount. And then in here is a couple of these droids, which they didn't really go up much, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna check just for the fun of it. It's not like I'm really losing money by holding it. So there's that one. I'll keep this one here. Actually, I'll do this one next, since I've said this one several times. But right here is Gar Saxon. I got quite a few Gar Saxon minifigures, so let's take a look at Gar Saxon. Over here, minifigures, and I should have just written his full name. So there's that, and I spelt it wrong. Let's try again. There we go. So there is this one here, and yeah, he was sitting around $20 or so when the set was parted out, and he's currently sitting at about $56 a piece, so 200% growth. That was overall pretty good, and I think I've got like 37 or so copies of him. So that was a nice one there. And as you can see, I did bring down a Bo-Katan earlier because that one and the Mandalorian Loyalist were both in a foil bag that was with a magazine, so those prices generally, with a few exceptions, like the exception of Kanan jars and stuff like that, but with few exceptions, those things usually don't go any higher, so that one I didn't bother keeping to the side. So then next up, we'll take a look at this one here. It's Paz Vizsla from the, not Paz Vizsla, the Mandalorian from the Paz Vizsla set. And so yeah, he was just from the set, and I have no idea if he is really worth anything per se. So let's see, yeah, he's still available at retail. I think that set there, no, both are retired. And so he just hasn't gone up at all or anything like that. But then that is that one there, just a few copies of that. Then next up is, I'll save that one for last. Next one up is the Armorer. And also, I already forgot about those, but I also kept aside the exclusive printed thingy. I can't remember what that's called, the hologram. And so then let's look here. The Armorer has was around $10-15, and actually no, not 10-15. He was, let's see, $8-10. Here's about a $10 minifigure, and now he's about $17 minifigure, gone up 124%. And so then let's check right here. So SW 1171 here, and then go to this one, and we can actually see the cheapest is that ships to Canada is $20.27, so it's slightly above that one. But then let's check the 1x1 bricks from this set, and yeah, this set retailed for like $40 or something like that. But let's check right here, this part right here. $1.25. I have no idea what it was before, but I'd like to think that that has gone up a little bit in value. So there's that. Then next up is this one here. Have two of the Luke with the blue milk. Unfortunately, this one got hit with the Mexico treatment, and then people were getting this set here extremely cheap in bulk. You can even see it here. So its value's actually gone down from holding it, 306.25. I know this one was sitting at closer to like an $80 to $100 value. It says it's gone up a little bit and stuff like that, but when it was very first released, it was super strong, but then people were starting to get it from the Mexico factory, and you could buy a whole bunch of them for cheap and stuff like that. Well, relatively cheap. And so yeah, his value has fallen, but it's still somewhat decent. And I got two of these because I ordered the game, and then it was delayed by like a year, and I couldn't find the pre-order anywhere, so I thought it had been canceled because it got delayed so many times. And so then I pre-ordered it again, and then I got shipped two of them and charged for two of them, so I bought two of them by accident. So yeah, I sold the one copy of the game on eBay in a somewhat recent vlog, so then there was that. But yeah, sold, have two of those guys. And then lastly is, one second, let me get this one up, is minifigures from the set here. And let's go scroll down to the minifigures from it. Went too high up. Okay, let's see. I think I only kept those 2. Yeah. So let's get that one up there. Then that one here, because I already listed Fennec because that one was re-released. So we've got SW 1058. And this one here, let's see here. Has it gone up? It's gone up 31%, so it's gone up a little bit. Beat the stock market by a little bit. So there's that one. And then the highest dollar one is this one here, which is sitting at $76. So let's check SW 1160 right here, and he has gone up 510%. And this one here I was overall pretty confident in. I was like, this guy looks pretty cool. I have no idea who it is though. I've never heard of Moff Gideon before. Well, he does sound kind of familiar, but I don't know who it is. But like, he looks cool, and he had multiple exclusive parts. And then I was like, yeah, that one I'm definitely keeping aside. And I want to say, well, he's sitting at $85, and I want to say I paid like $110 a set or so for these guys, for the set that these guys were in. So that was a good deal, I think. Actually, let me just check what was its MSRP. Actually, no, its MSRP was $200, but I would have gotten them on promo. See, I probably paid around $130 or so, equivalent to that. Yeah, then there's that. And I still remember when just before this retired, I was on Bricklink, and someone had about, not quite, but about 100 of these heads for sale at $8 a piece. And then I looked, and then they also had about 100 of these torsos for sale at the same price. But then I looked, and no one had the capes for sale. So then I was like, $16 minus the cape. I'm just not going to go for it. And then someone else came in and bought all of those. And then, like a couple months later, I looked, and people have hundreds of the cape for only a couple dollars each. So that was the one thing I regret quite a bit, because that would have been a very good turnaround. And they are real parts, because I know the store, they always do like they part out the minifigures. Like, one second, let's see, Inquisitor, let's see here, Inquisitor minifigure, this one's a recent one. And then if we go here, price guide, I'm thinking it's this store. It's from Germany. Nope, this is a different one again. It was, there's one of the stores, although all the parts may already be sold. Let's check right here. Let's actually just get the heads up, and then price guide. Yeah, I think this one's the other one. Yeah, but then there are these entries here. I think it's from a store in Germany or something. It's not these ones here, but yeah, there's a store in Germany that does that for all of the different things. And so yeah, you can see all their things sold there and stuff like that. So then they had a whole bunch of these parted out, and that's where they were from. But yeah, I didn't get that. I regret it, but nothing can do about it. And apparently, I think it's Moff Gideon is getting another re-release next year, but with a helmet or something like that. So it might affect the value a little bit, but unless it's an identical head and torso print, it's not going to be really affecting it that much. Might slow down sales a bit and prevent it from going up too fast, but re-releases, unless it's identical, generally don't really affect the value too much, despite what people often say. Yeah, so that is the investment minifigures from last year. And so yeah, overall, happy with what I kept. Not sure if there's any other minifigures from that year that I've done specifically better per se. Yeah, because I know everyone was talking about Gar Saxon and Bo-Katan being risky. And then for me, I thought Gar Saxon was pretty good, yeah, but then also my main ones were the Armorer and Paz Vizsla, because I thought they looked pretty cool, but no one was talking about them until like super late and stuff like that. So yeah, my top three were definitely Gar Saxon, Paz Vizsla, and the Armorer. And actually Moff Gideon would be, I don't know if that would be a bit higher than one of those, I don't know. But yeah, then that is all of the minifigures. And so yeah, now it's time to look at these sets that I kept aside from buying for the end of the year. So I'll go and get those now. So the Nubs Lego set is already out of stock on Amazon, so I placed an order on Bricklink, used $35 of VIP points, and now we'll be getting the Nubs minifigure to inventory, because I already reserved the set inventory right here. And so I'll update the notes. Set ordered, it is January 1st, and then waiting for period waiting for it to arrive. And then that'll let the admins know that it's on the way. Because, yeah, all of these sets on Bricklink are done by different people, so different amounts of time for that stuff. And so, yeah, then I'm going... Oh, that's... what's that feature there? Submit changes, or do I... Is that where I go to select that? I shouldn't have clicked that one down here. Let's submit that change. Is that... Wait, it doesn't... I don't know how to activate item variant watch list. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so then if I click off on this, okay, that's interesting. That helps a little bit. That's nice. Yeah, then there's a whole bunch of the data provided from Lego, and then you can get some of the images and stuff like that. So then once that shows up, I can work on that. But yeah, I'll grab the other sets now. And then, yeah, for the Nubs minifigure, someone else had added it first, but they didn't have an image, so I added it with an image and asked if I could be credited because it's got a legendary name, and they approved it, and for some reason, Therese is credited for the image, but I thought that I had uploaded that image, but I guess he got a more crisp image, so there's that. Yeah, that's one of the very few fields that can't be changed, because, for example, if someone were to upload a better image, then Therese will no longer be credited. If someone adds a more accurate weight or better packing dimensions or like an updated weight or something like that, then that credit can get changed and stuff like that. But for the person who added it to the catalog, that credit can't be lost. So at least that's there now. And that was the one that I was really hoping to get. And then can you inventory the set? And so yeah, pretty exciting. So the sets that I got this year, had to turn the light on for a second just so that the light didn't stay on the camera, are these ones here. So first up is this one here. It's got three, well, technically four exclusive minifigures in it, and you can now go along with the Mace Windu or some clones that are unique. So this one here, and also in the United States you could get this at like Target, I think, or something like that, but in Canada this here was a Lego exclusive, and so that means you could only ever get 5 of them unless you went to a Lego store. But I don't really actually go shopping in person, so I could only get 5 of them. And so there's that one there. This here's the one that I was able to get like $30 off, but then only got 3 of them because that's all I had money for at that time. And I didn't even think of as an option until like a couple of weeks before the year ended. So that one there, because 3 exclusive minifigures, and the only I think this is a Lego Andor set. It's the only Lego Andor set ever released or something like that, and those minifigures are currently worth about what I paid for the entire thing. I think they're like 15 to 20 a piece if I remember correctly, and I paid 60 something for the entire set. So there was that one there, and so yeah, those are those 2. And then for the main ones, first up is this set here. This thing was on clearance for a long time in Canada. I think I paid like $41 or $45 per set on average. They've got a good part out, a lot of really good colors, because a lot of people said that they didn't like the look of the set and stuff like that. But when you sell bricks, that doesn't matter in the slightest, because these are popular colors and in slopes and stuff like that, which people always want, plus 4 exclusive minifigures. Well, if you swap out his hair for Hood, I don't know if he's exclusive or if I'm thinking about a different one. But that, along with Darth Vader, which you can never go wrong on, a guy called Ned 8 or B, Ned B, and then someone called Taladurith, so cool droid-like guy, and then an Imperial officer, and that headgear is worth like almost the same price as a complete minifigure. So that was just a fun one there. So these ones here, they retail for like $65, but you could easily get them for like $40, $45 all year. So got most of those. And then the one that I have the highest hopes for is this one right here, the Inquisitor Transport Scythe. Not many people talked about, like, that one there, and possibly that one are the ones that everyone always said was going to be doing good for the end of the year, but not many people were talking about this one. This set here I was able to get for 110 Canadian easily. It retailed for 130, but I could get it most places for 110 on sale, because every couple of weeks they'll go on sale and stuff like that. And then this here's the one that Amazon has 2 listings for this, the normal one and then the frustration-free pack packaging. I accidentally had the wrong one on my watch list, and so for like 3 or 4 months, every time I went to check, it always said out of stock. And if I had the right one selected, then I could have bought a lot more because Amazon had it on sale, and I could have gotten it from there. Easier, so I would have had more if I hadn't been watching the wrong thing by accident. But this one here, $110, it has 4 exclusive minifigures. 2 of them have been released before and have done very well. The third one, I think that's from, I think I played the one Star Wars game. I don't know what it was called, and I think she was in it, but I'm not sure. And then Ben Kenobi. So 4 minifigures, all exclusive to the set, and all are going for $15 to $20 a minimum right now. So yeah, just thought that in a year or so, those minifigures, at least this one and this one, and then possibly these 2 as well, should be doing overall pretty good because it's a pretty cool set, and no one really seemed to be talking about it for whatever reason. And so yeah, this here is the one that I was intending to mostly get, but then that was the one I was getting most of, and then because I was getting it from Toys R Us and Costco, and but then whenever it was out of stock there, because it was out of stock on Costco for like the last 4 months of the year, I kept thinking it would be getting another restock, and Toys R Us wasn't going back on sale. But if I had been following the right Amazon listing, then I would have been able to get more of them, but that's what I ended up with. And then I switched to these guys because that thing wasn't back for sale. But yeah, these are the ones that I have for the part out this year. Like mentioned before, it's a very small part out compared to last year, and very small probably compared to next year. But yeah, these are the ones where all except for the droids on there are probably going to be kept for a year, just like that last box, and we'll see what happens. I recorded so much that even though it's only like 2 p.m. or so, and I've only been up for a couple hours, my phone's already almost at 20%. Normally, the phone's battery lasts the full day easily without issue, with lots left at the end of the day. So yeah, recording a lot definitely takes quite a bit of battery. But yeah, now everything's down here, so might as well just start with this set and start parting everything out after I get all of the previous ones listed, though. And then from the previous ones, this one, and this one don't have dimensions yet, so that'll be a good one to quickly get dimensions for. This one and this one, actually no, this one plus a jetpack are the same dimensions because it's the same helmet and stuff like that. So I'll have to see if I have a spare jetpack, because in that way I don't have to assemble any guard sacks and only one armorer. But yeah, I'll get to work on this stuff. So just finished with listing all of the new minifigures, and so yeah, listed the 36 Gar Saxon, and I don't know why I said earlier I was worried about having to build one, because one's going to eBay anyway, so one's getting built for that. So then I've got all 36 of them listed at about the going rate, a little bit cheaper than the next bulk one, but this here is about what it is worth right now, so $55 a piece, got all 36 of them listed. I decided I'll just list them all at once instead of just one at a time and stuff like that, and then I added up the values for all the minifigures here, plus the Bo-Katan and loyalists that I kept from the beginning and started listing at the beginning already, and then the ones going to eBay. So then the total investments of the Lego minifigures from last year is $4,722.86. So there is that, and so yeah, with all of these sets parted out, let's just check right here. This here is the main one, so 75316. 75316. Although the minifigures will affect it, yeah, because a whole bunch of the minifigures were just listed, but I've sold a lot of parts from these sets, and I'd say since I think I got a whole bunch of them on sale for 60 something each. So then once you factor that into account, I've probably gotten at least half the money back on just the parts. And now the minifigures, this one here is worth practically what I paid for the entire set. So there's that and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I'd say the minifigures are probably worth more than what I paid for the sets initially. And the fun part is now this minifigure, this one, and this one, I can add dimensions for on Bricklink. So that'll be good. And then also from the ones I'm parting out this year, there's a couple that are missing dimensions. So yeah, I'll get to work. But yeah, then on my phone, the screen protector thing over the lens cracked again, so I have to buy a new one. I'm gonna do that, and then apparently people also take New Year's Day off. So my mom's telling me I shouldn't work today. So yeah, because then it's a bit confusing because I have to pull orders at 9 p.m. today and then have to ship orders out tomorrow, and then I'm really busy tomorrow, so I don't want to start parting out any Lego sets if I can't get them done today because I need it all put away by tomorrow. So once I calculate everything, I've got about 4 hours of time that I could work, but other than for the really small ones, which I want to save till the end, there's nothing to really part out that'll take less than 4 hours because the large transport size will definitely take more than 4 hours, and the Darth Vader playset thing will probably take around 4 hours at least. So I can't really do anything with that. And so I guess I'm taking the day off today for the rest of the day. Well, for the next 4 hours, and then for about 4 hours, and then tomorrow I'll get back to work. But tomorrow's gonna be really busy with shipping stuff out and a cool package I'm getting in the mail that I'll show tomorrow. So just a nice part that sold was this one here in brand new condition. It was from Set. I have the box somewhere, I'm pretty sure. It was an older one, so I usually keep those boxes. Yeah, this one right here, I'm pretty sure, because someone was trying to figure out what spring was in that set, and so I looked and I found one copy of it sealed on eBay. It was like 15 bucks or 45 bucks or something, I don't know. And then I ordered it from Europe, and then was able to confirm that. And then actually, I think there's a few extras in the set too that was able to add the Bricklink and stuff like that. And so yeah, then I was able to list some of the new old stock, and that stuff can be worth a bit sometimes. So this one part here, the buyer paid $9.77 for, and let's just check what it goes for in used condition. New, there was none sold, and so I priced off of either another one that was for sale at the time or something like that. I've had it for sale for a while. So once it loads, because it's a bit slow right now. And then, so yeah, there wasn't the $3 one, I'm pretty sure. Well, there might have been, I don't know. But then I was looking at that one there, so I based it off of that. And used goes for 85 cents to $3.65. But then new sold for $9.78. Yogurt time. So yeah, this here is what I got in the mail. Here's a good price. These retail for about 60 bucks Canadian each, and after shipping and tax and all that stuff, I paid about $16 per box-ish. So yeah, I got 40 boxes of these in the mail, and then from them got 2 free bonus Father's Day packs, and so then these ones here just opened up. Don't think I got anything special. I don't know any other sports other than hockey. I don't even know much about hockey. But I needed these things for a project, and it was a good price. And I, with tax season coming up, wanted to do something fun. And so yeah, picked up a couple of these boxes. So open them up, see what we get from 40 boxes that we're able to get for about less than a third of the MSRP. So just finished opening all the things and got a whole bunch of different Young Guns, definitely some real nice ones. One of the nicest cards I was able to get was a Matty Beniers Young Guns canvas. It's like a $50 card or so. So there's that, and then there's every single Young Guns times 1 and some of them times 2. I got almost the complete set of the red bonus pack ones, a lot of base cards, and 4 Dazzlers Pinks, which are 1 in 144 packs, and there's only 350 packs in this opening, so we beat the odds on that for sure. And then a couple, these here are all the Canvas Young Guns, so got 7 of them. They're 1 in 44 packs, so I'm not quite sure. I don't feel like doing the math right now on that. And then a couple other things, but overall, pretty good. And I'll be checking the values later and see what it ends up with. So I just ran the numbers real quick, and with only counting these cards here, which are approximately, for the most part, cards worth $5 or more, not including all of the other cards. It doesn't even include these guys, and these guys, the red are like $5 to $10 each, and the gold are $2 to $3 each, and there was 120 total, so that's a couple $100 right there, and not including any of these other ones here or anything like that. These cards here are for $484. So if I did the math right, then that's about $200 shy of what I paid for everything, but then there's also all of this, but then there's bought for other reasons as well, so overall not bad. Yogurt time. But yeah, then today, can now part out this stuff, see how much of it can get done today, because I wasn't able to yesterday with the mail and all that fun stuff, and so yeah, never did finish with the round bricks before it was time to start on the next stuff, but I'm in no rush with that. All of the others are already all listed, so yeah, then got one thing in the mail yesterday that you have to go through sometime today or so, and so then I have to work on that. But then yeah, lots of stuff accomplished in this vlog. I won't be going through this stuff for a while, but then it was a good deal. Just wanted to get it because it worked out at that time perfectly, so that's all out of the way for now. I have to figure out where to store it for now though, and yeah, so this is the end of the vlog. Thank you for watching if you got this far. Today's goal is to part out the Lego and stuff like that, but yeah, this is the vlog. Next vlog, well, today's a Wednesday, so next vlog should be out on Saturday.